Unanimous consent that all members may have 5 legislative days to revise and extend their remarks on the legislation and to insert extraneous material on H.R.
Without objection.
3668. Mr. Speaker, I yield myself such time as they may consume.
Is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Our nation is at and I yield myself as much time as I may consume. Mr. Speaker, our nation is at the crossroads when it comes to powering our future. This pivotal moment will shape our economic trajectory, national security, and global competitiveness. After years of modest growth on electricity consumption, the next 5 years could see upwards of 128 gigawatts of new demand. The vast majority of this demand growth will require new baseload dispatchable power, and natural gas will fill that gap. Unfortunately, the build-out of interstate natural gas pipeline infrastructure has faced significant challenges. Approvals are often delayed due to a lack of coordination, pure inaction, or outright obstruction by states and relevant federal agencies. Section 401 of the Clean Water Act has turned into a procedural choke point with varying application and drawn-out state reviews undermining otherwise federally authorized projects. This has resulted in energy shortages in certain areas of the country, exposing consumers to high prices and our grid to increased vulnerability. In fact, a recent study estimated that pipeline blockades have already driven average natural gas prices up by 160% in major demand centers. This doesn't have to be the case. Activist states like New York have used their delegated authority under Section 401 to repeatedly kill interstate natural gas pipeline projects. These Clean Water Act denials haven't been because of legitimate water quality impact concerns. The base of these blockades has been in the name of radical climate agendas, ignoring what is best for consumers, grid reliability, and economic growth. During the 2013 to 2021 time period, several pipeline projects were canceled, leading to a pipeline capacity growth of only 26%. Meanwhile, natural gas demand increased by 49%. This trend will be compounded if there are not statutory reforms. H.R. 3668 would strengthen the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, FERC's lead agency role, and further define the process for participating agencies. Additionally, under this legislation, instead of having to obtain a Section 401 certification from a state through its EPA delegated authority, FERC would incorporate this water quality review into its existing National Environmental Policy Act, NEPA, review, including any terms or conditions proposed by states that are required for compliance with the underlying statute. Opponents argue that this legislation will gut the Clean Water Act. However, this legislation doesn't even amend the Clean Water Act. It maintains statutory protections of legitimate water quality concerns. FERC already analyzes water quality impacts as part of the NEPA process, imposes mitigation measures as needed, and is equipped to respond to raised concerns as part of the review process. Again, nothing in this legislation alters the environmental review of these projects. Expanding natural gas pipeline capacity is estimated to save Americans $76 billion by 2040. Without statutory reforms to Section 401 of the Clean Water Act, these savings will not be realized, our nation will not be able to compete with China in the intelligence race, and our electric grid will experience serious vulnerabilities. I urge my colleagues to support this legislation, and I reserve the balance of my time.